Hi, I'm Karen Green, and I'm the Technology Chair for the Florida Tropical Weavers Guild. In this video, I'm going to walk through the 2024 registration so you can see exactly what it's going to look like as you register to attend. I'm thinking of registration this year as a choose your own adventure. Perhaps you too had these books when you were a child. If I eat the chocolate, turn to page 5. If you're not going to eat the chocolate, turn to page 6. And a different series of events would unfold as you proceeded through the book, and you would end up with a different conclusion to the book based on the different decisions that you had made along the way. And that's a lot what registration looks like this year. We have it set up so that when you make decisions, certain questions will appear or disappear so that you are only seeing the questions that are relevant to you and the experience that you're looking to have at the 2024 FTWG conference. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I said you're going to see exactly what you would see when you register. There's one caveat to that, and that is that I'm in a preview mode, which you can see by the big red bar on my screen. And so that you will not be in preview, you'll be in live. And there is one or two things that look different, and I'll point those out as we go along. The first thing you're going to need to do is to enter your membership number. You should have received your membership number. It was in an email that was sent on September 28th. However, if you don't have it, or if you never received the email, you can click right here where it says, I forgot my number, and enter your email address, and it will email you your membership number. The email address you'll need to enter here is the one that you used when you became an FTWG member, so the one that's linked to your membership account. Once you have your membership number, you just enter it here in this box and click the green verify button. This will tell you that the membership is active, and it will tell you when it expires. The one I am using here is a temporary number that I'm using for testing. It is not the number that you need to enter. You need to make sure that you have your personal number. Once you have that, click the next page here, which is about you. So we have two name fields this year. We have the legal name, so whatever's going to be on your credit card, and your name as you'd like it to appear on your ID badge. We did this so if you have a nickname or a preferred name that you'd like people to refer to you as, you should put that on the ID badge line. So go ahead and enter your email address. When you enter the email address and you click tab, it kind of looks like you didn't get anywhere. And that's because where you land is on this flag. This flag is actually a clickable field where you can click to pick your country if you are not in the United States. But it defaults to the United States. So you can pick another country and then enter your phone number. And then enter your address. And then you get to your emergency contact. So if something happens while you're at FTWG, who would you like us to call? And again, this flag is a clickable field where you can change the country. If you're just trying to tab through to the next field from the last name, you're going to have to hit tab twice to get to there. And then enter the relationship. And then our next section is registrant type. During early registration, member is the only option because only members are eligible to register. Once we open general registration, there will also be a non-member option here and a guest option. But we're going to just go ahead and choose member. And now we get to choose your own adventure. The decisions that you make here are going to impact the questions that you see later. So on this page, if I select I will be day tripping, it's going to give me this question asking me which days I will be on site. So if I select Thursday, or maybe I'm just coming for that one day, or Saturday, just coming for the day, then it's going to, when I get to the screen asking me for admission about fees, it's automatically going to charge me $15 on those days. And you'll see later on in this video what the admission fee screen looks like. Just keep in mind that if this is your selection, you'll see a $15 charge for those days. I'm going to select, I would like to take a mini class, I would like to take a workshop, I would like to stay on site. You'll see the first instance of our choose your own adventure nature here. When I clicked this, I would like to stay on site, this I would like to purchase meals option disappeared. And that's because it's redundant. If you're staying on site, you're automatically going to see the choices related to meals. We're saving you an extra click and hopefully saving you from some confusion. Once you've made your options here, you're going to click next to go to mini classes. Now, this is one of the places I want to illustrate for you the choose your own adventure nature. As I scroll down the screen here, you'll see I only am seeing classes that are on Thursday. We are having mini classes this year on Saturday as well. So the reason I'm only seeing the Thursday one is because I selected that I would like to take a workshop here. So I'm going to uncheck this and return to the mini class page. And as I scroll down here, you'll see that I now have the option of taking mini classes on Saturday. The reason we hide them from you, the Saturday mini classes, if you're taking a workshop, is because the mini classes on Saturday are in the same time slots that workshop sessions are. So there would be a conflict. You can't be in two places at once. So we're making it so that you cannot make that mistake and register for two things that are at the same time. I also would like you to point out here that as I have moved backwards here to this page, it's saved the selections that I had made. And if I click back to go to the registrant type, it still shows the member selection. It still shows everything that I had selected here. So as I go back and forth, if I need to make changes, it is saving them as I go along. However, and this is an important thing to know, is that if you walk away from your computer, your selections here might be saved in terms of you don't have to fill them out again on the form. However, your actual space in a class, whether it's a mini class or a workshop, or even true for your room reservation, although that's not as relevant, you don't actually lock in your slot until you hit the submit button after you've entered your billing information. And so if you do walk away, yes, you probably will be able to continue without having to reselect everything, but you will not have saved your actual space. And it's possible that in the time you've walked away, depending on how long you're gone, that your mini class or workshop may have sold out in the meantime. This also does mean that you will not know for certain that you have gotten into a class until you actually hit the submit button at the end, because it is possible for you to have selected it and have it in your cart, so to speak, and in the meantime other people have checked out and the class has filled. So we just wanted to give you all a heads up that that's the case. So now that I'm here at the mini classes, this is another instance of where the choose your own adventure comes into effect. So if I click here on the 3:30 class, the beautiful hems here with Margaret, you'll see that most of the 1 p.m. classes disappeared. And that's because most of our 1 p.m. classes are 3 or 4 hours long and they start at 1 o'clock. So if you're in a 4-hour class that starts at 1, it runs until 5. You can't also be in a class that starts at 3:30. So by selecting one of the 3:30 options, then you'll see what your options are for 1 p.m. So I'm just going to select those and then continue on to workshops. This is a list of all of the workshops. I'm just going to click on the first one here. I'm going to point out that the $425 is the member rate. The non-member rate is $500. So when you're registered as a member, when you've entered your member ID, you'll automatically see the discounted member rate appear here. We have a new thing this year of payment options. So there is only 2 things where payment options are applicable. One is your workshop selection and the other is your room and board package. When you select your workshop, this will come up at the bottom and it will be defaulted to full payment. You can also choose to make a deposit payment, which is $150 of your workshop fee. So I'm going to click on deposit payment because I want you to see what it looks like when we get to the end at billing. And I also want you to know that there is a $5 fee to participate in the payment option. So you'll pay the $150 deposit and you'll also have a $5 fee, which is itemized at the end. And I'll point that out to you when we get there. The way that this works is you'll pay the 150 today and the remaining balance will automatically be charged to you on February 1st. It'll be charged to the card that is on file that you use to check out today. And the other thing that's fun about this is that when you choose the deposit payment, you will get a link that is specific to you and to your account, and you can come back and make payments at any time. And so that means when this says the remaining balance, well, you're going to pay $150 today, so that leaves $275 to be paid. And if you want to make a payment next month of $100 and the following month of $100 or $50 or whatever, you can come in each month and make an incremental payment. And so if you've made a payment of $100 this month and $100 next, there's $75 left. That $75 will be charged on February 1st. In addition, you can share your link with other people. So if you have a birthday or we have the holidays coming up and you would like people to contribute toward your FTWG experience as a gift, you can give them the link and say, here, click this link and contribute towards the payment of my FTWG 2024 conference. After you've made your selections, you can scroll down here to the Class Angel field. And if you would like to be a Class Angel, you can select yes. And I'm personally going to select no because as technology chair, I have responsibilities that keep me busy enough that I would not be available for this. And I'm going to click the next section, which says vendor booth spaces. This does not apply to the majority of you, so you can just click next here to continue to the accommodations package. You'll select the room and board package. Then we need all of the information you need about your room. So first, are you single or double occupancy? And before I click one of those options, I'm going to scroll down here and you'll see right now, all of the room and board packages, single and double, are listed here. If I click on single and scroll back down, I only see the single night options. And if I click on double, I now have a question about roommates that wasn't there before, and I see only the double occupancy options. So I'm going to select double occupancy, 2 queen beds. I don't have any particular accessibility options needed. And then I come to the roommate question. If I click yes here, I'm going to get a box in which I can type the name of my roommate. If I select no, I'm going to get a question about roommate matching. You can go ahead and find your own roommate. Maybe you have a pretty good idea who your roommate is going to be. You just haven't had a chance to talk to her. Whatever, you can click on the I will find my own roommate. We will follow up with you because we do need to know the names of all the roommates. And then you can also choose, I'd like FTWG to assign a roommate. And we can't guarantee that we'll be able to assign you somebody. It's going to depend on how many people ask, but we will do our best. And we usually do that after registration closes in February. If we are not able to assign a roommate to you, you will need to pay the single room rate in order to stay on site. All right, so I personally stay for 4 nights because I need to be there on Wednesday in order to help out just getting something set up. And actually, I forgot to do this. I'm going to click back to the 1 night here and point out the 4-night double rate is $760. When I click on it though, it goes down to $710. And the reason is this: if you're taking a workshop and you purchase a 3 or 4 night room package, you get a $50 off of your room and board package, and it's automatically applied. So we're popping up this message to let you know that it happened. And I did just want to point out to you that it had. You have the option again with the room and board of making a deposit payment. In the case of the room and board packages, what you're making is a 40% deposit. And I had said there's a $5 fee. That $5 fee is only applied once. So if you do both your workshop and your room and board package, you still only pay a $5 fee. It's not $5 each, it's $5 total, whether you do one or both. So I'm gonna select that deposit payment so you can see what it looks like at the end. And now I'm gonna click to get to the additional nights. Oh, I forgot to answer a question. And so you see I get that error message that I can't continue to the next page until I do. So I'm just gonna say I'd like FTWG to assign a roommate and then go back down and click to go on to the additional nights. As I scroll down here, you'll see that the room nights that are included in your package are already uh, selected, and you will not be able to remove those. That's so you don't accidentally book the same night twice. The other thing that I want to point out to you here is that this $210 per night is a per room fee on additional room nights. On the room and board packages, that is a per person fee. So if you and a roommate are coming in and let's say you're going to arrive on Tuesday and stay for an extra night, only one of you needs to book that room. And then if you want to share the cost of it, you'll have to work that out amongst yourselves. The other thing I want you to know about this price that's listed here is that this is an all-in price. It is inclusive of taxes and it is inclusive of the resort fee for the hotel. And I want you to know that because if you go to the hotel's website and look at what the room rate is for this day, it might look like it's lower to you, but the price that you're going to see, like if you just look on their calendar, that rate does not include taxes and does not include the resort fee. And we do have a discounted resort fee. The public rate is $30 and ours is significantly less. So the overall price here, once taxes and resort fee are applied, it should be less than what you would receive if you just book a general rate. Also, these are single or double occupancy. You do not have to choose a different occupancy option. They're single or double, same price. So I'm going to click book this night. And again, because this is something that I'm adding as an addition, I'm able to remove it. Whereas this is automatically being selected for me because of my package. I'm not able to remove that. But when you personally add something, you're able to click a remove button. All right, I'm going to continue on to the next section, which is meals. Now, most of the meals are included automatically with the 4-night package that I had selected. So I only have an option of adding the Sunday box lunch. So I'm going to go ahead and add it. And as I scroll down here, the Thursday lunch and the Sunday lunch, I need to select what I would like for the meal. All of the other meals are a buffet and there's multiple options available and you can freely select from the options that are available. It's only these that I have 2 meals that I have to pick something. Now I get down to dietary needs. I am personally lacto-ovo vegetarian, so I'm going to select that. If your particular dietary requirements are not listed here, you can click this other button. And please describe in enough detail that we're able to make sure that you can eat well during our event. We share this information with the hotel and we work very closely with them to make sure that there is an option available to meet the needs that we're aware of. Okay, so now I'm going to click next section and it tells me this is going to be admission fees. Most people are not going to need to make a selection in the admissions fees field. And that's because options are being added as I go along. Most of the day fees are included in one package or another. If you're taking a workshop, even if you're staying off site, your day fees will be included. But when I'm day tripping, it's going to automatically select the days that I said I was going to be on site. If I am taking a mini class, the day fees are included for the day of the mini class. So for the most part, once you get to this, the options that apply to you will automatically have been selected. The most likely people who will have to make a selection here are guests. So let's say your spouse is coming and they're staying in the hotel, but they're golfing or they're going to Disney and they're most of the time not going to be participating in any of the FTWG activities. but maybe Friday night your spouse is going to come to dinner with you and stay for the fashion show. So if your spouse is doing that, they will you would select the Friday dinner on the previous page, and then you'll select the Friday admission fee here. But other than that, these admission fees should automatically be selected to reflect the options that you have chosen. Next, FTWG merchandise. Brand new for 2024, we have some branded merchandise available. And we did talk about this in the newsletter. There's a couple things I want you to know. First of all, during registration, these are pre-orders. We will not be shipping them out. You will be picking them up on site at the conference. And I'm going to click add here. And so you can see when I added this sticker, it added it here, quantity selected 1 for $3. If I want more than one sticker, I have to click this add button once for each time. So I've selected 5 stickers here, and it's increased each time. As I scroll down here, the stickers, magnets, enamel pins, and notebooks, we will have a limited supply for purchase on site, even if you did not pre-order. Once those are sold out, though, they'll be sold out. We're only going to, you can still pre-order these and make sure you can get one, or you can roll the dice and maybe pick one up on site. For the wine tumbler, oh, actually the travel mug will be available on site too, but the wine tumbler and the canvas tote bags, you can only get if you pre-order them. After the conference, we will be adding these to our website. You'll be able to purchase additional items through the website, and at that point, they will be mailed directly to you. But that will not be available until sometime in March or April of 2024. Now that I've made my selections, I'm going to click next to get to the terms and conditions. And we have 3 sets of terms and conditions. The general ones are cancellation policy, and then the payment plan policy, which is explaining the $5 fee and that you will automatically be charged the remaining balance on February 1. And this also talks about what happens if that final payment doesn't go through. So read through those and check the boxes that you've read them, and then continue to the next page for billing. On this page, you are not going to see a summary of the selections that you've made so far. It is not an option in this particular registration software. So this is all you're going to see. Taxes on merchandise. We are required to collect sales tax, and so this is only, though, on the FTWG merchandise, not on any of the rest of your order. The payment plan fee here is $5. And remember, I am financing both the workshop and the room and board package on this registration, but I'm only being charged the $5 fee once. My running total is telling me this $765.13 is what I'm going to be charged today. And then the $701 is what I will be charged on February 1st. If you have a coupon code, this is where you will enter it. The majority of people do not have a coupon code. We have a couple people who won a door prize drawing or won a drawing when we did the survey. If you're one of those people, this is where you enter your coupon code, but that does not apply to the majority of people. And then we have the total again, telling me what I'm going to be charged today and what I'm going to be charged on February 1. Now I get to the billing information. I can copy my information in, and this is the point at which you would submit your payment. Because I am in a preview mode, I am not able to actually submit the payment and show you what it looks like. It doesn't work. And so, however, what will happen is that you will get a screen after you've submitted your payment. You'll get a screen that has your confirmation information. It'll pop up a little box if you want to share to Facebook that you have purchased and are attending FTWG. And you will also receive an email with your registration in it. And then you're all set. We look forward to seeing you at the 2024 Florida Tropical Weavers Guild Conference. If you have any questions, you can email technology@ftwg.org